Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, AKA man of the people. I enjoy what I do, and that's working for fans of the Carolina Panthers. Going live pretty much 100% of the time, always so I could let you know firsthand my observations from today's practice, rookie minicamp, which is what I'm going to do here shortly, and being able to take questions directly from you guys. So always a chance to leave your comments, always a link in the description in case you want to join me live and ask any questions, even though I probably won't do any live questions out here today because I don't have my earpiece set up, but any comments that come through, I'm going to take them. And then last but not least, yes, we're going to ask for your liking of the video. That's the least you can do, right? If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. The bigger we grow, the more cool things that we can do for you guys, all right? So won't always be able to have photos and audio video like I'm going to share with you all today, but certainly the bigger we grow, the more I can ask for this player, that coach. So please consider doing that. All right, let's go ahead and roll into it. Day 2 of rookie minicamp has come and gone. We have one more day left. Media will not have access to tomorrow, so don't look for anything tomorrow as far as fresh new content. But today I figured that it'd be another good opportunity to go and show you guys a lot of pictures and a lot of video, at least a lot that I can get as far as media goes from today's practice, right? So let's go through that. First, we're gonna go through some photographs. You know, I have Bryce Young in there, and we'll go through some videos, and I'll tell you about some of my observations from today's practice as well. But I want to say this, and Frank Reich talked about this too. I want to share pictures and videos, just give you a glimpse to see, hey, things are going, the process is starting. But there's honestly, I would be doing you a disservice if I gave you a lot of analytical analysis data about what I think of this player, what I think of that player, because they're not even really trying to get them in that kind of evaluation standpoint right now. They're really just trying to get these guys up to speed so that when they come together as a team, everybody can know what they're doing, and then you can start to evaluate players. And you really can't even get a deep evaluation until the pads come on. So nevertheless, let's go ahead and go through some things. Let me put this comment out there because I hadn't seen this guy here in a while, and I appreciate them tuning in. Donald Duck, big fan of Matt Corral, says, how you doing, Chris? Let's all pay respect for Matt Golden Corral. It's Bryce Young season. So does that mean, Donald Duck, that your Matt Corral fandom has faded, and Bryce Young has jumped to #1? Perhaps what you're saying is you like Matt, but Bryce obviously is going to be the #1 guy at this point, unless I don't know. I don't even want to say unless. I don't even start talking about any of that stuff to perhaps speaking into an existence. I'm going to step off just for a second because I need water as I do these things, and without water, I'm going to get a little parched. But thanks for the comments, Donald Duck. Let's go ahead and go through some of this stuff that I got for you guys today, all right? In no particular order, there's the man, the head coach, Frank Reich, over watching practice today. Looking a little tall. He is a tall guy, period, but definitely looking tall in these photographs right there. Frank Reich, at this point, he was watching the offensive line. And speaking of the line, here's the defensive line. These guys going through some drills with their respective coaches. And then look at this. We got some of the cornerbacks and wide receivers together. One of these guys, 15 Mingo, he was a second-round draft pick, guy that you expect to see a lot of connections with Bryce Young. And then right beside him, you got a guy that, you know, you may be familiar with his dad, Ricky Prohl. You got another Prohl here. He is a tryout guy currently. He is not on the roster, but he is getting a tryout from the Carolina Panthers. Number 16, Austin Prohl, 5'9", out of North Carolina, getting a tryout for the Carolina Panthers. So that's good to see. Good to see the team trying to give him the opportunity to make this roster and see where things can go. Another good picture here of Mingo. Got him after running some routes. Emezi, is that how you say his name properly? I don't know if I got his name 100% correct, but there is another picture I was able to capture today from Emezi, wide receiver. He's got 1 year of experience. Local guy as well out of Waxhaw, North Carolina, that's currently trying out for this Carolina Panthers team. And then you have one more photograph. Last but not least, sorry about that, little screen problem on my end, but you have, here you go. I was about to say Matt Corral. Donald Duck, you messed me up having Matt Corral on my mind with number 9. But you got Bryce Young right there standing beside Taylor Powell, rookie quarterback out of Eastern Michigan. And I think I have one more photograph that maybe I just lost, but I thought I had one more photograph of Bryce Young with the line of scrimmage that would be able to show you how tall he is, but it looks like I did not include it. Or do I? There we go. There we go. I knew I had one more image. So I'm going to show these images back to back. And there's another Bryce Young photograph that I forgot to show you all. So here, I want to ask you, does Bryce Young look small? I'm not going to talk about his size too much, but I just want to continue to follow up since this is new photographs, seeing him out here on the field for the first. He does not look small, especially compared to the other quarterback that's out there. That's a rookie trying out for the team. And but I will show you this one right here, him with the line. Uh-oh, did not mean to show that. Come on, Chris, get it right. Here he definitely looks a little smaller in stature when he's with the offensive line as he's practicing. But, again, just sharing pictures, not going to go deeply into whether his height will run into will determine his success or lack thereof. He has a lot of skills that we're going to start to see over the upcoming weeks, upcoming months, and I'll continue to break the story down about what I'm seeing and share it with you all right? So we also got something bonus today. Yesterday I didn't have any practice footage. Today, this is why you got to subscribe, tell a friend, hit the like button, okay? We got some video from practice today, so I'm going to share some of the video. Now, you're going to hear not the best audio. I wasn't thinking about that when I was capturing it to try to get any good or bad audio, and it was just, so it might be a little noisy, but nevertheless, you'll get to see some unique video from my observations at practice today, and I'm going to share it with you. So here's the first video. All right, so just then you saw Bryce Young take a snap and kind of just, hold on to the ball. That's actually what a lot of today was for, they have individual drills, quarterbacks from the bubble first, then they come out, then they'll kind of warm up and go with the line, do some drills, really just getting used to the cadence, knowing where he's supposed to be looking, teaching the line what they're supposed to be doing. They're not even really trying to do too much right now other than just know what they're supposed to do. Once again, they get into these team drills and team environments that should start on Monday. That's what's called rookie camp, to give those guys that are rookies just a little extra time to start to know what it is that they have to do. So he did throw the ball today, but just not a lot, as you may think. But that was Bryce right there. Got 2 more clips for you. All right, so there you saw a defensive drill. Learning how to push guys out their way and continue to work through to get to the quarterback is what you would have seen there in that drill. And we got one more video that I'm going to share with you. Then we're going to talk a little bit more about the press conference that we had in my observations from practice. So one more clip for you that I'd like to share with you today. All right, so I did not tell you that was coming. So I'm going to play it for you one more time. We're not able to actually capture much media of Bryce Young and action throwing, but I was able to get that one today, and I'm going to play it for you one more time. Bryce Young out there throwing the ball. So that was a session in which they had left from doing the drills with the line to just doing cornerbacks. It wasn't a 7-on-7 type of deal. It's just quarterback, wide receiver, running routes. Bryce Young threw and made the connection there. So let me go ahead and talk to Not a lot of depth to check, 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 check. We're back, we're back, we're back. All right, so if you guys could give me an idea about how long you couldn't hear me. I don't think it was too long because I was playing a lot of video from what I had seen today in practice. So let me know, let me know, let me know. Because I know I just played the video with Bryce. So where within the Bryce Young discussions did I drop off? I will give you all a second or two to let me know. And someone said they wish they could text me. You could text me. The phone's right here, but I'm not really looking at the phone as I go through the video and share everything. All right, I'll give one more second. I don't think you would have missed much because I was playing a lot of videos which had the audio to it anyway. Okay, so you guys just missed me right after the video, which I just played the Bryce Young. Let's see, what was the last video I just played? So I don't remember exactly, but I was more just telling you all about the fact that we can't capture a lot of video of Bryce Young throwing. Was able to get that video there. Then after that practice session with the wide receivers, they then went to. I'm going to speed through this because I don't know if I've already said this and it was captured. They did team drills, and when they went to team drills, I can't break down much of what they did, but I thought just for the people out there that really, really want to know information about this team, what was happening, so they could feel connected with the Bryce Young era, I got the amount of passes and runs that they did. I'm just going to share that with you really quick. All right, so we had a pass, 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 and then we had a run, another run, a pass, a run, a pass, a run, a pass. And that is by no means the official count for every play that took place because I didn't see each one, did not have a chance to write each one down. But again, just wanting to share with you all that piece of information. Also just going to backtrack. Hopefully this isn't redundant because I don't know when the mic cut out. There was a drop pass today. We hope to see that connection between Bryce Young and Mingo a lot this season, the first pick first-round pick, and then our second-round pick. There was a drop today, but I'm not going to say please don't make anything big or small out of much that I tell you right now, other than just knowing the team's practicing. They're coming together, and as we get closer and further down this process, I'll certainly start to get more analytical about some things that I'm seeing and share those with you. All right. So thank you all very much, being kind and letting me know about the audio going out. It's been a long off season. The batteries, I guess, went dead on me. But let's go ahead and share the ability to, not the ability, but Frank Reich spent some time talking with the media after practice today. And I'm going to play it for you. Here's my question to Frank Reich about practice today. What were you looking to get out of this rookie minicamp, being a first-year coach and everything with the organization?
Keep it real simple, get them a basic introduction into our three schemes, in all three phases, and then give them an opportunity to show us what they can do, how they can pick it up, how they move on the field, so we can match that up with what we've seen on film. I thought the coaches did a good job of doing that, and players look good. They look good, fast, not too many mental mistakes. We try to keep it simple so we don't get that. It was definitely worth the time.
So you see there, Frank, just saying, just really, again, for the most part, getting these guys up to speed, getting them used to this routine. There were some mistakes that you heard him say. There were some mental mistakes, and I mentioned earlier there were some mistakes, but it's just these guys' second day in the NFL, and they're trying to get this information down together. You're not really supposed to see a lot of perfection and high-quality assessments from today, other than just you want to see guys who get effort. You want to see guys wanting to learn. I know we talked to, I think it was DJ, who mentioned that right now he's just wanting to get better, keep learning and work on some techniques and all the things that's been told to him, because he sees at this level everybody else is desperately working on themselves, trying to get better, trying to make the roster. So you want to see that kind of effort and that mentality of really wanting to learn. These guys just soaking things up that these coaches are telling them. So got some questions that I see. I do have one more Frank Reich clip that I'm going to share with me talking to him today. But Richard Fearing saying, Frank Reich said the plan was to sign a couple of players from the tryout group. Who do you think they could or should sign? Sorry, I don't have a big video to show you as I take a drink of water. But in terms of who they could or should sign, I'm going to be honest, my focus today was really locked in on trying to watch Bryce and trying to watch Mingo. I watched Prohl a little bit as well, just because it's intriguing that his dad was here. I know there's actually two players, but Prohl is another player. I like watching the wide receivers that I watched to see. And just from today, I can't say I saw any guy that jumped out that I know is trying to make this roster. Even our draft picks, Chandler, and it was one other guy that I was trying to watch today on the team. It was DJ Johnson. I didn't get a chance to watch him. I didn't get a chance to see him too much because we don't have the best vantage point, number one, when we're watching practice. And number two, I was watching Bryce. So I don't know yet. I think the decision about signing some of these guys that are tryout guys will be because they're able to chop the film up a lot. And Coach Reich is going to talk to those position coaches who had a chance to just stare at every little detail of what that guy was going through, and then start to make some recommendations about, hey, maybe sign this guy, maybe sign that guy to the roster to have some further evaluation from those guys. So I'm sorry I don't have an account, but that's my opinion about how they may try to work through it. Appreciate the question pretty much there, Frank. Let's see who we got. Panthers, trying to get this on here. Panthers Germany podcast. Let's go. Are you all the way in Germany tuning in, checking me out? If so, I appreciate you. I mean, no matter where you are, I appreciate you. Certainly got to say thank you to someone that's tuning in all the way from Germany, if that is the case. Appreciate it. Panther Blazers, sounds like they are hiding Bryce Young in the bubble when he passes. No, they're not hiding him. No, I saw him take a lot of throws today from when they did get with the wide receivers and then when they did get into 7-on-7 we're just not allowed to show that video because of, we can watch things to try to continue to gather, but they don't want things to get out there that really shows like schemes and what they're working on as a team against another team. So, but Bryce, no, he threw plenty of times, and Frank spoke today about the fact that even though that Bryce is listed as the number 2 guy, that he's not going to be starting, that he is going to get a lot of snaps. The veteran doesn't need to get a lot of snaps, but Bryce is going to get more than his fair share of snaps to get him familiar with this team and to get him ready. And Dalton is really just there to be that mentor, coach him through. And if for some reason Bryce starts to come along a little slower than they think, which, by the way that they talk about Bryce and his study habits and how smart he is, I don't see that Bryce is going to struggle getting this playbook together. All right. So I still feel like, even though right now it's not official, you can count on Bryce Young being your starting quarterback. And he's looked quite fine throwing the balls. I mean, you see, I saw him today rolling out, throwing the ball off balance. None of his throws looked anything like, he's struggling, he's trying. Everything looked really smooth with Bryce out there today. Let's see if there's another one here. Who is the tallest out of you and Bryce? I mean, I don't think it's something I'm not a giant to hang my hat on, but yes, I'm taller than Bryce Young, but guess what? He weighs more than I weigh. So there you have it. All right, so let's go ahead into this other clip that I have from head coach Frank Reich and talking about his time so far with the team. All right, so let me cue this up for you. Looking forward to Monday and continue to get things rolling with this team. For you, over these past 2 days, have there been any standout moments for you more as a head coach in this process?
Nothing that really stood out. Just it's the next step. It's always the next day. But really, I'm excited for Monday. Not that, and actually Monday is going to be kind of more of a walkthrough day, but we're going to get a lot of team reps. It's going to be kind of a lead-in or build-up day to the 3 days that follow. So it won't be a ton of hardcore individual work, but it's going to be a lot of team reps. O versus D, and a walkthrough tempo. So a chance to review. We're going to install some third down stuff and go a little bit deeper there. So looking forward to getting the whole team out there and pushing ourselves mentally into that next phase.
Right.
So you see there, Frank was talking about the fact that when you all ask me about players and evaluations, they haven't even installed much yet. They don't even have third downs installed. So he's looking forward to Monday so that the team gets together, continues to get prepared, and then, they'll have more practices next week, which I'll continue to bring you coverage of. I invite you to, if you haven't done so, hit the like button. I need it done. All right, we're independent media. That means we don't have any major sponsors writing us these fat checks to help us do what we do. So anytime you're able to support us with a super chat or a donation, I'll go ahead and put this on the screen. Please take a moment to do so, all right, because it's always greatly appreciated and needed. I've got a few questions from Richard here that I'm going to tackle, and then I got a few more comments from our times with actually I'm going to go ahead and throw it in right now. Joint practices. There is a possibility of the Panthers having. Would be nice to have 2 of those take place, but Coach really believes it's just going to be one that takes place. And I think, man, I'm going to be missing one. I know we play the Jets. I know we play the Giants. I forget who our third preseason. I really believe our third preseason game is against the Detroit Lions. So one of those 3 teams will be looking to have joint practice. It would be cool if it's here in Carolina. That way, more of you all can see those practices. But we'll just see as it unfolds. I'll certainly bring that to you. All right, Chris Johnson, what's going on? Appreciate you signing on. I'm going to close out with a few things from Richard. Let's see what we got here from Richard. Don't want to have too much shown on the screen there. So it's good to have a head coach and staff who have a plan and know what they're doing. Can't wait to see the team in training camp and at Fed Fest. Yeah, it's, we're hearing a different voice other than Matt Rule for the first time in 3 years, and it's a fresh new approach. Us as media are getting a chance to meet more of the coaches, getting to know the players, and I'm loving it. I hope you're enjoying it too. and I plan to be Bryce Young Central. So all the Bryce Young fans out there, please consider following us, as we will do our best to continue to bring you all the information. What kind of energy did Deuce Staley bring? I always heard he has the juice when it comes to being amped up. So good question there. I didn't, from my vantage point, again, I was really focusing on Bryce, trying to watch Mingo. I haven't even seen where all the players or coaches typically are during practice today to get that and to hear that, but certainly we'll keep an eye out for it and continue to try to get that information so that as you all ask those questions, me, the man of the people, can have an answer for you. I think that's it from you guys. Had a chance to speak with DJ Johnson. He said he got to get used to the humidity out here. It's not too bad yet, so man, maybe in Spartanburg he's really gonna have to get used to the humidity. And other than that, I think I touched on this earlier. He's just trying to, DJ Johnson, he's just trying to keep improving because that's what he sees from everyone else. And it was kind of interesting to hear that because he really hasn't even gotten with a lot of the other veterans yet. You know, everybody's a rookie. And I feel like he's saying right now, he can already tell that there's a difference between college and NFL where everybody is a beast. Everybody has some great talents. And now you're competing with them for a job in the NFL. So that'll conclude the coverage for today. For all the ladies that are watching, happy Mother's Day to you, to my wife, to my mother, to my grandmother. Happy Mother's Day to all of you, and thanks for having a role in my life as I have been growing up and becoming the man that I am today. That'll cover it live from Bank of America Stadium. I'm Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Vibe.